Yeah, howdy, this is Will. I guess we're going to call it Will from the pig pen. Here's Red. Another photogenic day here in the mountains. Say hi, Red. Come on, say something. Come on, there you go. See, that's Red, that's my big boar here. Yeah, see the tusks? Yeah, that's another benefit of these IPP pigs. They're very gentle. He's in here with his new girlfriend. See her over there? Yeah. That's a gilt. They're coming around into heat this time of year. It's 2nd of February, 2019. I just thought I'd show you some of the characteristics of these IPPs. And you can see Red here. Say hi. See those tusks? Yeah, we don't have much of an issue around here with predators. So, and Red's about topped out. He's about 450. Another characteristic of the oh, sorry about the light. The IPPs, the top weight is about 450. He's 3. He's 3 years old, and he's going to be doing all of our breeding here this year. I'll show you the other girls in another video. But here's his house. Just outside pigs. It's almost a spiritual thing. Being out here with these animals, taking care of them. I'm so glad that my father raised me on the farm, and I was encouraged to have animals pretty much all my life. I've been around them. I had a rabbit when I was 10. I actually was cleaning for a neighbor when I was 10 and 11 years old, and I had to deal with him. He's a retired preacher, and I got to have my first animal. I was a rabbit. So I cleaned for several weeks and helping the neighbor, Grandpa Elias, we called him. And one day I come home with a rabbit, a New Zealand white, a really big doe, a pregnant doe. When I was 11, I believe it was, 11 or 12. That was my own. I did it myself. My parents weren't really too happy with me, just saying. But they let me, which turned into breeding rabbits. I had 148 does at the height of my teenage rabbit rearing days. And I had goats, milk goats, when I was 13 or 14. My parents broke down and finally got me a couple goats. And I was raising calves, which I bought off the neighbor, and bull calves, and then fed them goat milk. And it's kind of a spiritual thing, I think, being around these animals. It's like Red here. He can almost talk to you. You can look into his eyes. Hey, Red. Say hi to Videoland, the YouTubers. Say hi, Red. Hi. See that? You look into their eyes. And I learned this from some Native Americans I got to spend quite a bit of time with. It is a spiritual thing. Like in Europe, the houses in the country had animals on the below level, the bottom level, and they lived up on top. There's been this synergy with animals because how we live in an animal suit, a meat suit, how we're connected to this earth. That's what cracks me up about vegans, and I used to be one, how just like we can be connected with the plants, we can bond with the plants just like we can bond with the animal, vice versa. How about bonding with each other humans? Think about that. I think about that a lot, how animals, they bond with each other, but yet our social programming is keeping us separate here, keeping the humans separate. separate from ourselves, separate from other organisms, but yet we're mostly other organisms. We're very little human, if you will. 10% human, 90% microorganism. Anyhow, I'm about the 5-minute mark, so sign off for now. See ya!